Another failed test, not this time, yet the small trace of Turinabol, a banned substance, still clings to Jon Jones. A failed test in 2017 stripped him of gold and parked him for 15 months, a penalty Jones still calls political, not pharmacological.
With the Cormier fight and the positive test, Nevada, the cocaine and everything, you did the interview afterwards, and as you know, a lot of people thought that maybe you weren't, were you telling us everything there? Were you telling us everything? I mean, was that a big part of your life?
Today the microscopes are gone. All eyes are on Jones and Aspinall. One champion tweets while the other trains, and the entire division hangs on a single signature. Will they fight or will Jones retire? What do you think? Monday's pound for pound list detonated. Islam Makhachev still king. Merab Dvalishvili rocket jumps to number 2. Jones tumbles to bronze. Ilya Topuria claims number 4. ESPN's graphic did 2.7 million impressions in 8 hours. TalkSport called it a broom handle to Bones' ribs. Twitter's algorithm labeled #StripTheBelt a rapidly rising topic for 3 straight refresh cycles. But a leaderboard can't trend forever. Ariel Helwani, live on the MMA Hour, set an international fight week ultimatum.
Of course, the top choice is we want to see Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. It's the number one fight that the UFC could put on right now. The most interesting and high-profile fight. No one feels otherwise. No one. Not a soul.
If Tom Aspinall doesn't have a date by July, Jon is cooking his own legacy. He compared Bones' timeline to Jordan retiring mid-finals and Brady benching himself at the 2-minute drill. The rant hit YouTube and clocked 340,000 views before dinner on the East Coast. Jones doom-scrolled and answered in exactly 280 characters. Jones typed, "Nganu in boxing or MMA makes more sense than the kid." Francis quote tweeted a facepalm emoji and said, "Too bad you passed when I was champ." Michael Bisping called it the longest no-look duck in UFC history, fueling 400 Reddit threads, and an ESPN segment that ended with Chael Sonnen laughing so hard his earpiece fell out. Dana White's cheek twitched. Backstage at UFC 316, Dana told Damon Martin, Jon Jones agreed to fight Tom Aspinall. 48 hours later, Helwani posted, Jones accepted, then walked it back, hinting at fresh paperwork with voids stamped in red. Forbes published a leak of a $30 million pay demand, roughly the entire disclosed payroll of UFC 304. Inside the Apex, Plan B posters were quietly drafted. Tom Aspinall has held interim gold, longer than any interim title in UFC history, exactly 577 days, as of June 4th. He vented to Paddy Pimblett, "I'm hostage to a WhatsApp blue tick." His last 3 wins, 73-second KO of Sergey Pavlovich, 65-second steamroll of Curtis Blades, 52-second heel hook on Marcin Tybura, average out to the shortest fight time in UFC record books, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Jones tweets, "Know your role," strings 11 cry laugh emojis, and accidentally tags Tom Hanks. Engagement, 3.2 million impressions, negative sentiment 41%. Sprout Social Snapshot. Memes, Jones with a duck bill, Jones running a marathon away from a cartoon, Aspinall, Josh quack attack trends for 9 hours. Meanwhile, a torn muscle and a mountain of cash complicate everything. Joe Rogan floated the $30 million rumor back in January. The Sun repeated it with an added wrinkle. PT scans show a pectoral tendon, still only 70% healed. Yahoo reported Bones passed on headlining UFC 300 because rehab wouldn't clear him. Until quarter... pris. Add the money plus medical, and an October London date looks like gambling on a roulette wheel. Stuck on, maybe. So the UFC sketches an alternate heavyweight bracket. TalkSport leaked the hold date at the O2. Aspinall versus Cyril Gain for undisputed gold if Jones steps aside. A Change.org petition broke 200K signatures, then 250K after Dana called it fussing silly at the UFC 316 presser. Petition creator at Belt or Bust told CBS Sports, "It's bigger than my hometown's population. That should matter." Jones quote tweeted a yawning gif. The good. Youngest UFC champ at 23. Record 5 title defenses before age 25. Community projects, 600 winter coats to Albuquerque's homeless, 100K meals funded in 2020, and a $50,000 bonus donated to cleanup crews after his Gain win. The bad, hit and run on a pregnant woman in 2015. 2 DWIs. Negligent firearm arrest in 2020. The busted, 3 suspensions, 9 fight cancellations, 1 overturned win. Daniel Cormier still calls him the best ever, but also the biggest what if. A GOAT with a double life, Santa in December, headline hazard by spring. October 2024. USADA announces its 8th-year partnership with UFC is done. Jones tweets, "I survived USADA. Fighters split, half cheer, half panic. McGregor memes flood Instagram, freedom baby. USADA's Travis Tigard fires back, integrity isn't optional. Jones asks Nevada to overturn the Cormier no contest because picograms are now within tolerance. Cormier claps back, you can't unhead kick history. For fans, the optics are brutal. The last man popped for picograms, now celebrates their irrelevance, and still hasn't defended heavyweight gold.